I'm Tom Conman Connors, professional street basketball player and multiple Guinness World Record holder. Follow me as I go around the world to meet the most exciting basketball players, high-flying dunkers, freestyle masters and streetball legends. Coming up on this episode, I attempt to break a Guinness World Record. I head over to perform live on my stage show tour and I meet the incredible players from the Great Britain wheelchair basketball team. I travel to Ireland to meet a man called the Beast and jump across the Atlantic to talk to a very talented man called Sizzler. My home city of Cardiff, the capital of Wales. Despite being incredibly cultural and diverse, it's not known for its great basketball history. But that didn't stop me. Streetball started on the street basketball courts of America, where the style of the game is much more entertaining. You've got people doing more dunks, people doing tricks to get the crowd going. There's not a ref there, so you can get away with some extra dribbles, some extra things that you probably wouldn't be able to do in a normal game. So it makes the game more exciting. So, for example, I can come down the basketball court, I can put the ball up my t-shirt, I can wrap around my t-shirt, I can bounce the ball off a defender's head, I can put it through defenders' legs. Everybody's trying to get their name out there, so it's much more entertaining than normal basketball. And I was kind of hooked by that, you know, watching these amazing guys with all really cool nicknames, doing these crazy skills, and I was hooked, and that's how I got started. So how I picked up my nickname, which is the Conman, my second name's Connors, and my style of basketball is basically to embarrass and trick people on the basketball court. So, you know, however I can embarrass them, make them think the ball is somewhere where it's not, and people were saying, oh, you got conned. So the Conman kind of developed from there, and that's how I got my name. How I kind of started out was basically go onto street basketball courts, play my style of the game, which was like putting it through people's legs, crossing people over, bouncing off people's heads, and trying to come up with some crazy streetball tricks. And then I started naming my tricks. Like I've got a famous move called the C-no con, and that's kind of like a big move of mine, where I spin around, I put the ball down my shorts, and I pull down the defender's shorts and have a bit of fun. So that's a really cool move. But I used to basically just get anybody to film for me. You know, can you just film? And I used to just play and try and capture these highlights to get my name out there. I got some amazing footage, like of just streetball moves, and I managed to put together a video, and that went global, went massive. And I remember just sort of afterwards just thinking, wow, you know, like it was amazing. You know, people just knew who I was, and from there I wanted to really develop more and more tricks and become, you know, where people would watch my videos to get ideas and moves. And something that I've been quite proud of in my career is coming up and invent new streetball moves. So there's a few proudest moments in my career. The first one is the Guinness World Records, where I currently hold 12, doing a number of basketball tricks, skills and shooting. If I was to pick one, which was my favorite one, is shooting the basketball without looking over my head into the basket behind me. And I hold the world record for the most amount made from the free throw line, halfway line, and the longest distance. The second most proudest moment in my career is becoming a sporting champion, the face of UK basketball, working with the youth to get them excited into basketball, trying to get them to pick up a basketball. And I do many talks and sort of demonstrations to try and get kids to pick up a basketball and play the game that I love. You know, something that's close to my heart, and if I can inspire the youth to pick up a basketball, you know, with my tricks and skills and get them to want to play the game, I think that's an incredible thing to be part of.
Another city that doesn't spring to mind when you mention basketball is Dublin, the capital of Ireland. It has many similarities to Cardiff and has loads of must-see tourist spots, and of course, it is the home of Guinness.
Pint of Guinness. This is my first pint of Guinness ever. Let's give it a go. It's all right, yeah.
I didn't just come here to sample the local beverages. I've also come here to meet former USA Streetball legend, Jermaine "The Beast" Turner. This guy lives in Dublin, plays pro here, and he coaches at Dublin University.
Pleasure to meet you again, man. It's been a few years.
Yeah, it's been a few.
So tell me how you first got into basketball. Was it something that you've seen? How old was you? Tell me about it.
Okay, it was kind of a crazy story. Like, I was never into basketball. I was about 15, and there was a bomb scare in my high school.
What?
It's a true story.
Okay,
bomb scare in my high school, and everybody was outside, and all the kids said, "Listen, we're going to the dunking courts." I'm like, "What are you talking about, dunking courts?" They're like,
Right.
"Yeah, we're going. Just follow us. We're going to the street." So we went to the street, and there was this basketball hoop, and both sides, full court, were 8.5 feet.
Oh, okay.
And I fell in love with the game. Like, we were jumping from everywhere, and we were just dunking the ball on each other, playing games, and it just evolved from there. So it went from that little mishap into me playing every single day from that point on. When I came to Europe, it really evolved my game completely. Like like Americans kind of have this stigma of being, you know, oh, they think they know it all, they invented the game.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you right now, we don't. Our fundamentals kind of lacking at this point. So
Yeah.
I came to Europe and I really expanded my game. So I say my style is kind of more the European style now as opposed to American style now.
Wow. So what advice would you give for people or youngsters that want to start playing basketball? What sort of advice would you give to these youngsters?
I'd say you have to practice every day. Like, rain, sleet, or snow, you have to go out there and practice. If you put in the work, you reap the rewards. Like, I started late, and I had people telling me all the time, you couldn't, you can't, you couldn't, you can't, you couldn't, you can't. You don't listen to them. You know, if you want it, if it's in your heart, you go out there and you practice every single day.
Right.
It's just hard work and determination and not listening to anybody.
Wow. Get on and check this guy out. This guy's a beast. You need to see him play. He's an amazing basketball player, and he's made a massive impression on me since I came here many years ago to Ireland playing that All-Star game. It's been a pleasure once more to see you.
No doubt.
And we're gonna go into a little open run. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. So don't go anywhere.
It's a pleasure to be on the same court as the Beast. I'm up to my old tricks. I can't help it. That's why you call me the Conman. It's great to see a mix of all ages playing basketball. I've had loads of fun, the Beast, Jermaine Turner's had loads of fun, and it's been an honour to play on the court.
So I'm going to teach you guys a basketball move called the Carousel. This is not easy, it's going to take some practice, and this is how you do it. So, basketball on your head, use your right arm and your left arm to keep the basketball on your head. If you're going to go into a circle, that is called the Carousel. It's not easy, practice, practice, practice. Give it a go.
So I'm here in the UK at Leicester. I'm at the Bodie Hodges Foundation raising lots of money for charity. The Bodie Hodges Foundation is a charitable organisation that provides help for families who have lost their children. Set up by parents of little Bodie Hodges who lost his own life at just 10 months old.
Record attempt, everybody. He's got 14 to his name. His mate Ash has got 16. This was his attempt at a world record in Leicester today.
Before I attempt my 15th basketball world record, I thought I'd show the kids some hot freestyle and streetball action. It's great to get on court and have some fun. So for this world record attempt, I've got 60 seconds to throw the basketball over my head without looking. The current world record stands at 4 and I've got to break it. I've got to get 5, so wish me luck. The feeling you get when you break a Guinness World Record is indescribable. I'm so proud now to hold 15 basketball world records.
Give a huge round of applause, everybody. You broke a world record today. Tony Conman of SBS in the basketball program.
Coming up after the break, I meet Great Britain wheelchair basketball team who put me through my paces. I take you on tour with one of my stage shows, and I head to the Big Apple to meet the man they call Sizzler and take a trip to the most iconic streetball court in history. Welcome back to This Is Basketball. In this part, I'm going to spend some time getting to know the Great Britain wheelchair basketball team. I'm going to give you an exclusive pass to one of my stage shows, and I'm going to take a trip to the city that never sleeps. When I'm in London, I'm a tourist just like everybody else. I like to take in the sights and see the capital. But I've brought my own entertainment to the streets of London. Although today the tourists seem more interested in me than the attractions. The Great Britain wheelchair basketball team was originally formed in 1974, and since then it's grown dramatically. The members of the current team have some crazy skills, and they're amazing to watch. What's going on, guys?
How we doing?
Yeah, you all good? Okay, right, cool. So how did, first of all, I want to know how you got into basketball. How did you get inspired to play wheelchair basketball?
When I was at high school, obviously couldn't do football and rugby like all the other kids, so mainly I went in this little multi-gym room, and after a few weeks we got a new school teacher that was a basketball fanatic, and he told me that he could play basketball in a wheelchair, to which I laughed at first, didn't really believe him, and then he got me a contact and went and tried it out, and I was hooked.
How did it make you guys feel, sort of getting into a chair and then being able to do this and being really good at it as well?
You're made to feel free, like you're liberated from disability. Disability doesn't really matter anymore. Now we're here to play sport, now we're here to compete and win. So disability is the last thing on your mind.
Yeah, right.
But it's not how many people within your family or within your friends get an opportunity to represent the country and represent your town.
Yeah.
It's a good achievement to have, and
It's amazing.
it's nice for people to see.
It's an amazing feeling, like to get up every day and do what you love.
Yeah, for sure. So guys, hope you don't mind, but I'm going to get myself in a chair and give it a go and test your skills. You up for that?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Hold on a minute, how do I stop? There you go. It's not gone well. Oh no. Jesus. All right, take it easy. Just give me a moment. Actually, really tough to control.
All right, so you just go on the halfway line.
All right, let's have a race.
Let's put Harry next to you, right?
Okay.
All right?
All right. Jeez. All right, I might be able to win now. So I hold the Guinness World Record for the longest hook shot in the world from about this red line. These boys are going to try it in a wheelchair. Let's check this out. Yes.
This is a really hard shot, but from a wheelchair, it's virtually impossible.
Come on. Money. Challenge is on.
I hold the world record for this shot, and trust me, it's not as easy as it looks.
Yeah! The final trick shot's on. Got him with this one. Okay. No, I can't beat him. Can't beat him.
My SBX stage shows are always a sellout. It showcases not just my streetball skills, but they feature my team and some of the world's best urban sports stars. It's always a packed out audience every single night. They witness trick after trick and mind-blowing skills. I absolutely love entertaining the crowds. New York City represents the mecca of basketball. It's truly the city that never sleeps. It's always busy, which means I always have an audience.
Okay, so I'm wandering in the streets of New York and I bump into this little yellow thing right now.
They're pet snakes, don't worry about it.
Can you record this on my phone? Oh man, no, whoa, don't put that near me. Whoa. Put his head the other way. Okay, get it off. Yeah, get it off. That's it. Damn.
I love exploring the city and I can't resist driving around and trying to take it all in. Of course, I can't travel anywhere without my basketball.
So the Statue of Liberty is right over there. You can't see it. So we're gonna get a boat and we're gonna go and take a closer look. So I've not just come to New York to check out the Statue of Liberty and this amazing city. I'm here to meet up with one of the best up-and-coming basketball freestylers on the planet. Let me introduce to you, Sizzler.
How are you, my friend?
All right, man.
Long
How's it
time
going?
no see. So tell me, when you first got into basketball, how did you start?
So basically, when the movie Space Jam came out, I was about 8 years old. I saw it at the cinema, and then my dad built a little tiny basketball hoop. It was about 2 foot too short and too small to barely even fit a basketball in it. But I would just go out there, shoot for hours and hours every day after school, sometimes before school. I started playing at my school team first, and then went to try out for them. Went all the way through the club, so it was great.
That's awesome. When did you sort of shy away from the normal game of basketball and sort of bring in the freestyle tricks?
So I always loved ball handling, and ball handling never really felt like I was training. It just felt like fun, basically. So I was always pretty good at, just regular one ball dribbling, and did a little bit of spinning stuff just for fun. And then went to two, really to try and train and get better at basketball. I just basically thought, well, I can do two pretty well. I can do some stuff with that. Looked at some people that do juggling type things. Thought, well, maybe I could kind of flip that and do it downwards.
Right.
So really just wanted to push myself and keep trying new things. So I thought, well, why not try add another one? I basically just love anything to do with basketball. When people talk to me about it, they think those two have to be separate, regular basketball and freestyle streetball. And really, I just feel like I love basketball, and that's it. I don't care if it's spinning them, juggling them, dribbling them, teaching someone an offensive play, how to play man-to-man defense. I just love basketball, no matter what kind it is, basically.
That's sick. I like that. That's enough talking. I want to see some action. 2 basketballs, 3 basketballs. Take it away, Scissor. Now I'm good with 2 basketballs, but this guy, Sizzler, this guy's got some crazy moves. I couldn't come to New York without paying a visit to Rucker Park. This is the most iconic basketball court on the planet, and I'm here right now. It's an honour to stand on this basketball court knowing that some of the best in the world, the legends of the game, have played here. Not just from the NBA, not from the streetball courts, but everyone around the world comes to this court. I can only imagine some of the incredible games and streetball moves that's been pulled off on this court. I just need a moment to take it all in. This has been a great start to the series. I've met some amazing people, but it's only the beginning of my basketball journey. Next time on This Is Basketball, I'm staying stateside. I'm meeting some of the country's best, from the VBL, tutorial masters, freestyle tricks, and some crazy dunks. Don't miss it.